more physical. That's just how it's going to be for us, and that's how it's been all year. So I don't think it's anything new that we haven't seen.
What about you guys? It's going to allow you guys to maybe be able to move past teams who are playing you like you're their Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think just our defense, being able to stay solid defensively, and let our defense initiate our offense is huge. Because when we can get in transition, when we can get flow, and when we can get running, then it makes our life easier. But other than that, I think we have good game plans, and we have great prep when it comes to the coaches prepping everything and scouting. So we kind of figure that we have a leg up on guys too, just based on our prep and our coaches' time they put in. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the closest thing we can attest to is when we were out in UCLA when it was 10 p.m. Eastern time, but it was still 7 p.m. Pacific time. So, it's tough. Coaches, is harping on us to continue to get rest and maintain our energy throughout the day, and then also just. We all kind of realize that adrenaline is kind of take over, and when you think about it, it's going to seem like a normal game and all that. But being able to kind of pace yourself throughout the day and not tire yourself out throughout the day and maintain your energy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean their guards have really big size. They have size. They're all 6'6", 6'8", and they crash super hard the entire game. So I think our physicality and our kind of mentality coming right out of the gate and hitting them first and kind of setting the tone is going to be huge. I think the closest team is probably Illinois with how much they run and how much they crash, and how that kind of initiates their offense for them. But yeah, I mean they crash hard. They crash 3 or 4 guys, so you can't really take a play off, and you got to really headhunt your guy that you're guarding. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's you're kind of relying on your vets there to communicate. That's the big part for us is with how many different lineups we can have out there and everything. Being able to have our veteran guys and our leadership kind of make sure everyone's on the same page when it comes to who's switching, who's not switching, who our matchups are, and staying with that as much as we can is going to be huge. So being able to come out and just initiate that as personally as a veteran, as a guy with more experience is going to be huge. So. Yeah, I think so too. And then it's also personnel. Like obviously, it's matchups when it comes to all right. Maybe this guy might be smaller, but he might not be able to shoot as well. So matchups like that we can kind of take advantage of a little bit here and there. But yeah, I mean it goes both ways. There's pros and cons for both matchups. But yeah, like guys like Jackson and me and Shimon and Book and all that, being able to be more versatile. I think that we've got better at that as the time's gone on. Yeah, I think the main message is that it's one and done time. I think everyone kind of knows that, but you really don't know until you get in that stage, on that stage. So being able to stay locked in and dialed in for every possession, whether you're on the bench, on the game, in the game, is huge because you don't know when you're going to be able to have another chance. So.
How do you channel the emotion then? Let's say you're going out there and just being in the moment.
I mean, personally, I think it's good that I've been here before and I've kind of got to lay the land a little bit. Time like this year, when being a 2 seed and having a kind of I guess a more real chance to do big things is big. But also, for me, I think a lot of the basketball instinct just takes over when it comes to getting on the court and all that and all the other antics behind the game and all that. It kind of just basketball just takes away all that, and you're able to just kind of focus on that. So that for me, that's what it is.
Has there been any lessons that you've learned in the past couple of times being here?
I think for me, it's just being able to handle the runs, being able to really lock down and rally around each other when it comes to them going on runs. Obviously, you're in neutral court on most games, so teams are going to go on runs. That's going to happen, and being able to manage that and kind of cut that off early so it doesn't get too bad and too hard for you to come back from is huge. So.
Cleveland's home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Do you have a favorite rock and roll song or band?
I don't know. I did kind of get more into like AC/DC, kind of that type of music. I like AC/DC, and I might throw some like Led Zeppelin in there too. But
Thank you.
yeah.